Hi everybody, welcome to Decode Australia. Today is Monday, September the 7th, 2020. My name is Tamer.
My name is Yvonne.
And we're going to be starting with the US CAD.
The US dollar slipped down against Canadian dollar on Monday, decreasing the price of US CAD to less than 1.3100 ahead of release of Bank of Canada's interest rate decision news. The technical bias remained bearish since the price of the pair marked a lower high in the recent upside move.
Now, the US Canadian is struggling around the 1.3058. The price of this pair is likely to come across the following major support levels. At support 1 is the 1.3012, which is below a trend line, when you look at the chart. At the second support is the 1.2993, which is the key horizontal support. And finally, the third support is the psychological number of 1.2900. On the upside, the pair's price may face some resistance while moving upwards. The first resistance is the 1.3162, which is the high of September 3rd this year. Second resistance you'll find is the 1.3242, which is a horizontal resistance level. And finally, the third resistance is at 1.3290, which is the 23.6 Fibonacci level resistance area. Technical bias is anticipated to remain bearish as long as the 1.3229 level, which is a key horizontal resistance, remains intact.
Now, the Bank of Canada's interest rate decision news. The Bank of Canada is set to announce numbers for interest rate decision on Wednesday, according to the forecast of economists. The interest rate decision registered a reading of 0.25% in August as compared to the reading of 0.25% in the month before. There was no change noticed in the interest rate announced by the Bank of Canada for the subjected period. Should the Bank of Canada have a hawkish approach towards the country's inflationary outlook, the interest rate rises, leading to a bullish turnout for the Canadian dollar. Generally speaking, a higher interest rate reading released by the Bank of Canada anticipates a bearish market for the US CAD and vice versa.
In conclusion, given the short-term economic outlook for the US CAD, selling the pair at the current levels may be the right approach. And now it's time for the Euro USD.
The euro lost grounds against US dollar on Monday, decreasing the price of euro US dollar to less than 1.1900. The price of the pair decreased ahead of the release of European gross domestic product news. The technical bias remained bullish since the price of the pair printed a higher high in the recent upside move.
Okay, the Euro US is currently trading around the 1.1839, and you need to look out for the following support levels. Looking at the chart, you'll find the first support at 1.1754, which is the low of August 21st this year. At second support, you'll see the 1.1707, which is the 23.6 Fibonacci level support zone. And finally, the third support is the psychological number of 1.16 even. Now, on the upside, the Euro USD may face the following resistance levels. At resistance 1 is the 1.1908, which is the high of July 31st this year. At second resistance is 1.2010, which is the major horizontal resistance area. And finally, third resistance is 1.2043, the upper trend line arm. The technical bias is expected to remain bullish as long as the 1.1707, which is the 23.6% Fibonacci level, if that remains intact.
That's right. Now, the European gross domestic product news. Eurostat is scheduled to release numbers concerning the European gross domestic product on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. According to the Economist forecast, the European GDP registered a reading of negative 12.1% in this quarter, with no change as compared to the reading of negative 12.1% in the quarter before. The numbers released by Eurostat reflects the aggregate of the worth of services and products produced within the European Union. The GDP figures are considered as an important economic indicator that shows the overall health of the Eurozone's economy. Generally speaking, a rising trend suggests a bullish market for the euro US dollar ahead, whereas a downward slope anticipates a bearish market for the euro US dollar.
Yes, in conclusion, given the price movement of this pair over the last couple of days, selling the euro USD around the current level can yield some good return. As always, when trading, trade with your head and not your heart, and only trade with what you can afford to lose. Also, always apply strict money and risk management.
And also, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, follow our Instagram at Forex Decoded. See you next time.
Until tomorrow, bye-bye.
Bye.